Ribbon Walk. Okay. We have the Energizer Bunny with us here today because when I met her, I changed in all my jewelry, my bracelets, for one pink bracelet. So please welcome her, Deanna Benson Reed.
Thank you so much. I am Deanna Benson Reed from Friends of the Cancer Center. I tell you what, when I first met Denise a couple short months ago, she touched me so much. She came up to me after our Friday new patient orientation and said, "We want to be a part of the Ribbon Walk and Ride." And I said, "You got it. What do we need to do to get you part of this?" ERA is such a great community partner to have to support our patients and their families out at our cancer center. They are just great in supporting the arts and our patients and their families and everyone here in our community. I encourage you to sign up for the Ribbon Walk and Ride. We're excited this year because we've added a motorcycle ride to this. This event has grown immensely from the very first year out at Southview High School. We had barely 100 walkers. Last year we had over 600 walkers that came out to Festival Park in support of this event. So I encourage you to sign up. All the proceeds stay here in this community to help our folks right here at home, which is part of helping this community, which is what ERA is about, which is what Friends of the Cancer Center is about. So I encourage you to come out and join us Saturday, November 13th, Festival Park. We'll be out there nice and early, so it'll be a little chilly, but it's going to be a beautiful day, and it goes to such a great cause. So I thank you so much, and thank you ERA Strother and all you're doing for this community. We can't do it without you. We really can't. Thank you.
The event Saturday morning at 9:20. We're going to do a Patrick Swayze tribute, The Time of My Life. I had the time of my life, remember, from Dirty Dancing. So please be out there, help us raise a lot of money for local cancer patients. And you know me, I'm always collecting, so there will be people on the side. When you leave, stick your money in the envelope. We're looking for more money to be able to help these people out. Okay? Okay. Oh, wait, oh. Yeah. Oh, okay, so you look better. All right, since 1970, ERA has actually, MBA has actually been their corporate sponsor. We are honored today to have Marcy Cottle with us from Raleigh, the executive director. Marcy?
Up from Raleigh. As Denise mentioned, we are a national sponsor with ERA, and I cannot tell you how much that means to our local organizations. While MDA is a national company with a national presence, we actually serve the families and raise the funds for our families locally. So having local supporters to come out and help our families provide research, run the clinic, provide that hope that our families need for over 40 neuromuscular diseases of which they have no cure. I was so proud and amazed to be at the Strike Force this year, which was the first annual bowling tournament for our local MDA families. I cannot tell you how much it means to have enthusiasm, dedication, and really just a presence to come back and share and tell our families about. And then ERA topped it off at our camp. MDA provides summer camp to ages 6 through 17. Sadly, most of our childhood diseases are terminal, so this is the one time a year that kids get to come together to be with other kids their age. And they always tell us we have no disability at camp. There is nothing that prohibits them. They are matched up with one-on-one counselors, and the money that people like ERA and the people like you that come out to do bowl-a-thons goes to these kids. It gives them the opportunity. And this year you guys came out and played games with our kids and showed them support. And for our families, a lot of times, it's just having somebody with them. It's having somebody that will pay attention to their kids and treat them as just everybody else. So ERA, you come out in droves to help us every year, nationally and locally. And I cannot say thank you enough. And perhaps my words sometimes seem a little bit canned when it comes to talking to groups. So I asked one of our families to just share with them and to be able to read to you a letter from one of our families on what it means to have a local pharmacy in their daily battles. So sorry for reading, but I did not memorize this one. Dear friends, thank you for your wonderful support. It is through such events as Strike Force that MDA is able to provide essential medical services, durable medical equipment, send kids to summer camp, and provide funding for cutting-edge research to discover cures for neuromuscular diseases. Our daughter Meredith was diagnosed with limb-girdle muscular dystrophy in 2001. Limb-girdle is a muscle-wasting disease that affects the upper arms, legs, and trunk muscles. Since her diagnosis, Meredith has lost the ability to walk, raise her arms, and sit up or roll over in bed. Daily activities that all of us take for granted, such as showering, hair combing, and talking on the telephone, cannot be done without assistance. In 2007, Meredith had healed cord and tendon lengthening surgery at Duke Medical Center, which is funded by MDA and by your help. This past summer, she spent 5 days at Duke after having spinal fusion surgery to correct severe scoliosis. Thankfully, both operations and her recoveries went well. One constant throughout this journey has been MDA, and in turn by having your support of MDA. Through MDA, we are able to access information about Meredith's disease, utilize its clinical services at Duke, and send Meredith to fun-filled camp weeks. Not to mention the research grants that MDA distributes in hope of one day eradicating all neuromuscular diseases. While the last 8+ years have presented many challenges for Meredith and her family, we feel blessed from the experiences we have had and the people we have met along our journey. The love and support we have received, in addition to our strong faith, has sustained us. While there isn't a day that goes by that we don't wish Meredith could get up out of her wheelchair, reach for the sky and twirl like she did when she was a little girl. We feel grateful for what she has taught us about living. Thank you for your support of our family and other MDA families. I can add that with heartfelt dedication like companies like ERA Struthers, we soon will be celebrating the cures to some of these diseases that affect our childhood. The research is happening here at Duke and at UNC and is funded by people like ERA, so I cannot say thank you enough, and heartfelt thanks for Meredith's family as well.